Hey everyone, as the video suggests, we are looking to see if it's worth rolling on Rodion. Rodion, as you know, is the main character of pretty much Chapter 2. Well, she was the main focus. Um, she comes in... Oh yes, shout out to this website, pureduin.gg. I can't pronounce that. They're kind of the go-to tier list site. I don't actually agree with their tier list for the most part. But they have a very useful information for me. Normally, I would try to do it myself, but I don't actually know how to record or stream because I am an inept idiot. So I'm gonna rely on these guys. Anyways, enough with that. Let's just go ahead and get to the point. Here's what you guys want to know. Should you roll on Rodion? Short answer, yes. Long answer, kind of complicated. So let's just go over Rodion very quickly. We have 3 versions of her right now. The game, including the base sinner. Well, that's not including it. So 4, but we're not going to talk about the base sinner version. So we have the LCCB Assistant Manager Rodion. I like her. I really, really like her. You guys remember the dudes from Chapter 3 that beat the shit out of you? That's like playing them, except using her. Bludgeon, Pride. Inflict 3 Paralyze. I have multiple sources stating that Paralyze does not actually work. So go figure. I've never seen it go off. Whatever. So Bludgeon is her weakest skill. Thrust, on the other hand, has 2 coins. Coin power +1. And inflict 4 defense power down. I don't actually know how good inflict 4 defense power down is, but I do know this wins clashes, and that's what I like about it. And then it goes to my favorite skill in her, which is suppress. This is the move that you get hit with a lot in Chapter 3. A lot. Coin power +2 of target took no damage from attacks this turn. So if she wins the speed battle, goes first and starts beating the shit out of people, it's hilarious. This usually wins clashes. It's also fun just to beat shit out of people. Her passives. Let's see, deal plus envy, res damage, and some other formulaic bullshit that I don't care too much about. What I care about Rodion, or why it matters to me, is how hard she wins the clashes. Because this game, win clash, win game. You can't argue that fact. Just daily reminder that Chroma exists, and we're gonna see more of that. Also, Blunt is always a very nice weapon type, because Chroma exists. That about sums up LCCB Assistant Manager Rodion. Is she good? She's alright. I personally prefer Ishmael over her, LCCB Ishmael, because she gets to shoot bullets. I will use her later on in this video. You'll see. And then there is N Corp Metal Hammer Rodion. N Corp Rodion, I already made a video about her. I'm not going to insert the graphic in because I'm a lazy piece of shit. But she's good. Very good. Because, you know what's reliable? Bleed. Again, paralyzed, does it really work? Who knows? But the thing about her is that she wins clashes. And like I stated before, she is the second highest character to win clashes. Only beaten by Rabbit Heathcliff, which is absurd. He's one of the most absurd clash winning characters. The reason what makes her so good is, okay, we got Bleed, 2 coins. Good. Coin +4 power. Crazy. Zealous Purge, 2 coin. Coin +2 power. Inflict 1 nail next turn, 1 paralyzed next turn. Gain Fanatic next turn, if you win the clash. And the best one, Ironclad Retribution, 4 coins, 2 powers, bleed. All these skills are crazy. Mainly these 2, obviously, Zealous Purge and Ironclad Retribution, because you're winning clashes. This character wins clashes. That's what she does. She will crap all over everyone. Very good character. This is probably the main reason why I'm telling you to even bother rolling for Rodion. Is just N Corp. If you don't have her already, you should get her. She is a huge quality of life character that makes mirror dungeons easy, makes further gameplay easy. I'm sure Chapter 4 is going to be way easier if you just have her. And then we have the last, and in my opinion, the least best Rodion, which is Kurokumo Henchwoman. Now, everything on paper about her sounds amazing. What is this? Gain 4 poise. Poise, as we know, is a form of critical strike chance or damage. Deal critical damage, chance, damage, whatever. But it involves crits and bleed. Crit and bleed, that sounds great, right? That's what you want, like, everything. So we gain 4 poise, and unlike Paralyzed, poise actually works. Gain 4 poise, she does more crit. Great. Scattering Slash. Gain 1 poise. Gain 2 poise on hit and inflict bleed. Gain poise, inflict bleed. So, Scattering Slash is actually very powerful. This is probably her best skill in my opinion. It almost makes the tier 3 skill look like an absolute joke. And I'll explain to you exactly why in 1 second. But if we want to take a look at the character, she has only 1 coin, which is 6 power. That's fine. This is 1 coin with 16 power, which is very good. But it kind of falls into the same issue with the whole mutilate and take their bones that Sinclair has. Where it's 1 coin. If you lose that coin flip, it's game over, kid. The thing about what makes this character absolutely awful, and why I disagree with this, is purely to the fact that if the target has 6+ bleed, double the crit chance. On crit, inflict 10 bleed. That sounds crazy, right? But you can't target people. You cannot target human enemies specifically. It might be great for an abo fight, but against humans, it's more or less randomized and based off of your speed. That cripples the character drastically. And I will show you that in just a little bit too, because I did use her a little bit in a mirror dungeon. So let's go ahead and take a look at that right now. So, okay, we're done with the screen. Let's go ahead and do this. Wow, transitions. Okay, so this is just a recording of me playing because the servers are down right now, and I did this last night. So I decided to go with the Kurokumo squad because thematics. Why not, right? So I skipped around. Dude, did you know loading in this game is like half of your waiting? So what I did here is I pretty much hit the auto win button. I choose to hit the auto win button on purpose because mirror dungeons are the game, factually speaking. You are not going to do anything else except for mirror dungeons, and the easier it is to auto, the better. Oh yeah, this is just me reviewing the skills, etc. Whatever. Can we skip a little bit ahead? Yeah, okay, my bad. So, anyways, let's just take a quick look again. Sorry about rewinding and everything. So, Scattering Slash does most damage, is what I feel like. We're moving forward. We're still doing the same thing. We're just reading more abilities. I'm making sure. So, auto win button. There wasn't much to look at. But, so I feel like this Rodion might be amazing in some form of a future content or something where you can actually target stuff. But as of right now, where human fights are just simply automatic or undecided, because this isn't like library of Rodion where you can, you know, select your clashes and stuff. So this is the fight, the boss fight for the first mirror dungeon, floor 1 that is. Obviously, it's a joke. We win pretty hard. And I'm still maxing her out completely. Not completely, obviously, but I'm prioritizing the experience for her. And honestly, the whole time is just like Hong just carrying, even doing more damage than Ryoshu, to be honest with you. But yeah, I can't stress how bad it is that she is unable to do any form of targeting except for abo fights. And even then, it's like her poise is so mediocre. The crit's barely. Oh yeah, I recorded this one. This is floor 2, and we're fighting against the shield guys, because I like to use the shield guys as kind of like the baseline for how hard an enemy can get at random. Obviously, this is only floor 2, so it's pretty much a clear victory. We win pretty convincingly. And of course, Hong Lu just carries. Hong is legitimately way stronger. Okay, look at that. That's 64 damage. That's pretty good. It didn't crit. I mean, it did crit, I'm sorry. But it didn't have all the blood stacks to make it crit. It was just a raw 64 crit. No, that wasn't a crit. That was just a raw 64 damage. So, she can do a lot of damage. I mean, just saw Ryosho do the same, practically. And that was just not even her special. Or her ultimate ability. So let's just fast forward around a little bit more. Blah blah blah. Yep. Okay, so we got into another hard fight here. This is 4-3 now. So this is when it starts mattering. So let's just take a look at this. To the best of our ability to at least dissect everything here. You know, God, I don't even know if she even hit anything there. To claim their bones. There we go. That's what I was referring to. Sick. Great clit, Sinclair. So she's right there using Shattering Slash, which I still think is her best ability. Good damage right there. Reasonable damage. In this run, everyone was pretty overpowered. Over-leveled, I mean. Everyone's very over-leveled, so it was kind of trivial even all the way to the ending. So... you guys just keep watching. Well, when till we get to the ending? So... we kill these bad guys. Okay, and we get the shark boss. Because why the fuck not, right? She was absolutely useless during the shark boss. I actually just fast forwarded it. Because there was nothing to see here. There was no... that was just really bad. Otis? Is it Otis? I think it's Otis, right? I can't remember anymore. Otis and Ryosho in the end just killed the shark boss by, you know... using their egos, kills them, blah blah blah. Alright, fight's over. So that's that. And we're gonna take a look at the DPS. This is what I really wanted to look at. Right here. It is pathetic. So pathetic. And then, I mean, this little clip was supposed to be for me to talk about N Rodion. But I'm sorry about that. Let's just rewind. There we go. So we can see the disparity. And remember, I maxed Rodion first. She was 30 while Hong was still 20. She just does not bring the damage for Mirror Dungeons right now. Let's talk about N Corp while we have her on the screen. She's the best class. She's a really damn good clasher. Roll her. I cannot stress that again or enough. Just do singles if you're afraid of getting Rodion 3 circle. I really suggest N Corp Rodion, and that's the whole point I'm even telling you guys. I'm even making this video. It's just roll Rodion or N Corp Rodion if you don't have her already. If you have her, just skip it. Alright, let's go next. Okay, so in this one, we are running the same... we're running Rodion again, LCCB, with LCCB Ishmael. And I'm doing this, again, thematically. You know, it just feels nice. I'm running our Rabbit Heathcliff. Obviously, he's mindless, he's broken, he's deranged. He's extremely overpowered. But check this out, alright? Look at those rolls. These are some great rolls for suppress. She just killed him immediately. This is the level 1 fight, or level 10 fight. She does damage. And she's good. She wins clashes. She's very powerful. She's a very... LCCB Rodion is a really solid I win button. I win rate presser. If for whatever reason you don't have N Corp Rodion, who... again, leagues better. So let's just go ahead and just skip around, blah 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 blah. Okay, so we're on the boss floor here, and let's just see how this plays out. So Ishmael just suppresses. You know, this is probably better Ishmael video. You guys know how much I love Ishmael as a character. Rabbit Heathcliff, you know, bringing him might have been a bad idea because he trivializes everything. But what I can say here is just that she's consistent. So we went ahead and just skipped near the ending because floor 2 was a joke. We actually got really fucked over by levels. Instead, we got a ton of egos, though. We got a ton of egos. People were doing billion damage. But LCB Rodion is just a solid big thumbs up. She's not 2 thumbs up like N Corp Rodion. So that's kind of the difference. Whereas Kurokumo Rodion is 2 big thumbs down. I really did not like using her. I don't like her kit. I don't like her playstyle. And of course, everything could change completely when they introduce the endgame dungeons that are coming out in April, is what they stated. And yeah, that's kind of the biggest concern, is the thing. Well, anyways, we don't need to watch this anymore, but let's just go ahead and skip all the way to ending. Yeah, the final boss is just those 2 lobsters, guys, which was pretty bad, lame. Whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. Heathcliff, too much damage. It doesn't matter. Let's just pop. Whoops. God damn it. There we go. So Ishmael did 1600, while of course assistant manager Rodion, not good again. Very middle of the road. A lot of her abilities, or a lot of her everything is middle of the road, including N Corp. N Corp doesn't do a lot of damage, but wins clashes. Assistant manager Rodion wins clashes. Kurokumo, on the other hand, really sucks. That's kind of the main thing, honestly. So, what is my consensus at the end of the day for everything here? If you like to roleplay as those shield guys in Chapter 3, get Rodion, LCCB Manager Rodion. But if you really like winning clashes, like utterly, just completely destroying people, get N Corp. And if you have N Corp while trying to get Mersault, but don't have Assistant Manager or Kurokumo, hard skip, in my opinion. Of course, hey, this is a gacha game. Roll for your waifu. Pick whoever you like. That's probably the best thing I can say. Just be yourself. See you guys in those new dungeons. And have fun. I mean, whatever, right? And again, some people will be like, hey, what if I don't have the threads? What if I'm not a fat giant whale like you? Well, we have the thread dungeons now, so you have no reason to complain anymore. Anyways, so final review here. Should I roll on Rodion if I was a humble free-to-play? Only if I don't have N Corp. If I have N Corp, don't roll. If I don't have N Corp, do roll. What about if I like the character? Roll if you like the character. Simple as that. Don't let anyone else tell you elsewise either. Punch them in the face with a nail. That's what you should do. And a hammer. Make Rodion proud. Anyways, hey, this is just my review. Roll N Corp Rodion. Alright, later. Bye.